Catchy Connie and loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
How is Linda?
Linda is fantastic. Linda got those chairs done.
Yay! Good job.
We just have to wait for the chair to dry a little bit more before we can put the last one together.
Yeah, because you don't want to get that paint all over your material.
Right.
Stink after having to recover it and do all that. Yeah, that would really stink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think Sunday. I just didn't mention it, but we bought all kinds of paint the kitchen, and then paint the porch and the step outside, and to paint, I did say, the base of the house and the chimney and the awning. So we have all the paint to do that when the weather finally gets nice.
It's not nice right now?
No, it's 37.
Oh, burr.
Yeah.
I want you to know it's 62 in my den right now and 71 outside. My air conditioner is really doing its job today. Don't worry, in the summertime, I'll be over here sweating and being all grouchy.
Yeah, right.
So I should, I guess, be happy. Be happy that it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
When you woke up this morning, what was the best thing that happened to you today? Best thing that happened to you today?
I woke up.
Amen. That's exactly what I was going to say. I woke up to the sun shining and being able to spend time with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was the best thing that happened to me.
Yep.
So there you have it.
Right.
Yep. The one thing I look forward to. Mondays and Tuesdays and Sundays and Wednesdays I do something else. Did you watch Trump today? Did you watch Trump today?
No, I was busy.
Well, I mean, he basically... Israel is saying they're taking all their tariffs off everything. They're going at 0. No tariffs on anything coming out of Israel. So being reciprocal, we're going to go at 0. That's what all the other ones should do.
Yeah.
But China's playing poker and they're saying, I'll raise you. I'll meet the tariffs and I'll raise you some more.
Right.
They better be holding a full house.
Yeah, hopefully.
And they're not holding anything. They're just bluffing.
I don't know why I have eating my hat.
I don't know. It's like, that's what happens with Clyde too. It's like if you get closer, further away. I don't know. Maybe it's further away. There. You're gonna go. Hello. You're gonna need your megaphone to be able to talk to us.
Right. Can you hear me?
Right. That is funny. Well, I mean, I was looking at my shirt thinking, look I can see our thing in between. I don't know. It's all good. Whatever.
What?
I can see my background in my shirt. I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it today. Nothing to worry about. The sun is shining and I'm breathing, and it is a blessed day. That's all I got to say.
Yep, that's for sure.
I was thinking about something today and I want to pass it by you. You know how we always talk about how we would like to um, live in the Little House on the Prairie days?
Yeah.
You know how wonderful it'd be to live on Little House on the Prairie days? Well, we may be living in those days because it may be up to bartering.
Yeah.
That may be the thing. We may have to barter.
Oh, look, I keep disappearing now. Sorry, guys.
Boy, we are way behind on the stream here. I just looked and it's just now showing us even getting on. And we're 6 minutes in and have already talked about everything. He's like, oh, well, guess what? The show's over. We already talked about it.
Thanks for joining us.
Right.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
I can't believe the delay is that long. It's crazy. That's funny. It is funny. Oh, well. Look at your hat looks so, yeah, your background is just flat eating you up. That is crazy how that works. Some days it doesn't work like that and others it does.
Right.
That ain't even right. Earl, that ain't even right. Get the rope. So, yeah, I was thinking God gives everybody a gift, right?
Right.
Some have the gift of mechanical, some have the gift of singing or doing whatever.
Right.
Some people have the gift of gab.
Right. Just saying.
I know I got it. That was going to hit home. But I mean, we all have a gift of some sort to be able to, like, whether it's baking.
Right.
Some people don't even know how to bake or cook.
Right.
Or,
You're right.
So that may be what we end up doing. Bartering with whatever it is that we can do, whatever we can.
See, I thought you were going to take this in a whole different direction and say that we should be doing a baking show.
Oh, I don't know how to get my camera in the kitchen. We'll have to think about that, how I can do that. You want to do a baking show?
I don't know.
Better think hard about that one. Because I'm not that clean baker. I'm the one with the flour all over everywhere and the flour all over my clothes, and I don't wear an apron either.
Isn't that the way to bake?
Well, yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, see, you're doing something right then.
Right? And then I have a big old mess to clean up.
Right.
You know what they say? When you bake and you're putting love into it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm putting love, all right. I'm putting a big old mess into it.
Right.
I've seen flour in spots that I was like, how did that flour get up that high?
Right. Exactly.
But that would be fun sometime to do a baking show.
Yeah.
We'll have to put that on our bucket list of things to do. Cookies.
Yeah, right.
Cookies or turnovers or sugar.
Can I cheat and buy the store-bought package?
This is what we made, guys. Oh, sorry. Let me rip off the label on what I paid for it. No, we need to do something. We're going to do something sometime that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just here to find out what's good with everybody, how everybody else is doing, and the worries of the world. Right? The worries of the world. Everyone's worried. I'm not worried. But I did think about, when we were talking about prepping,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about prepping again today, and I thought, nah, I prepped enough, I think. I think I have enough to last me 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't need to prep. And then what came to my mind? Um, well, I don't have 2 fish and I don't have 2 loaves of bread, and Jesus fed all these people, but he had to have something to start with.
Right. Right.
It's like, I'm
Yeah.
just going to count on God helping me out here and making sure I have enough to eat. And if it's not there, just reproducing it. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, I've got to have it in the beginning to start.
Right.
I mean, got to have something to start with before you can multiply it. So, yeah, maybe I need to do a little bit more. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
I mean, this world's getting really scary
Yes, it is.
with everything that's going on. And I mean, somebody said we've got a ship in the Gulf, and we got one up by Alaska, and we got a lot of our military up in the East, the Middle East, waiting for the okay to do whatever it is that they're going to do.
Right. Right.
And what is China doing all this time? They're not doing anything.
China's being way too quiet.
That's exactly what I say.
They're being way too quiet.
Yep. I know that they have Taiwan surrounded.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally surrounded. So I think what they're doing is they're waiting patiently for us to do whatever it is that we're going to do. And I think that they feel like that gives them the okay to go ahead and do whatever they're going to do.
Right.
Yeah, that was a spam call. So, yeah. No, I mean, China's not responding other than to just keep raising their tariffs.
Right.
So I don't know what
I don't know. It's
I
just
wonder. I wonder if the Chinese people in China are prepping.
probably not.
They probably don't even know to prep. I mean, it's like, is it just going to all of a sudden just come upon us and here it is? That's
But
what.
you know what?
What?
I don't think they can prep that much, because don't they like live in one apartment and have 9 or 10 people in the apartment with them? And they've got to have a really small refrigerator, because I heard that those apartments in China are not big.
Yeah. Well, all they eat is rice anyway. So, I mean, they.
Well, and that's what I was getting to, is they eat like fresh fish every day. So how can you prep for that?
You can't.
No.
You can. Well, but China, don't they eat like in China? They eat anything, don't they?
I don't. I don't know for sure.
I know that my ex-boss's daughter went to China, and they had she ate a tarantula on a stick. So I think China over there, they eat just about anything.
That's why I heard that China is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I have no ambition to go there, and not eat for a week. I have no ambition to do that.
I know Japan is beautiful, and they don't eat that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because my daughter lived there for a while, and she said it is amazing. What she was all impressed about is, in Japan, they have a shower outside their tub, and you have to shower off because that water goes to a different place before you can get in your tub, because that water goes to a different place.
Right.
So I don't know if you're drinking that bath water.
Hi, Donna. Yeah.
Hi, Donna. I know
Right.
they eat rice and veggies and pork, but in China they eat anything and everything. I mean,
They
not
eat puffer fish.
oh,
Yeah, they do. They eat puffer fish. And there's only so many chefs around the world that knows how to prepare it because puffer fish is poisonous.
right? Like, well, I know that in Japan they eat sea urchin.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that hungry. Don, I want to thank you for your message. I watched the video. I just hadn't had a chance to call you back. That's pretty amazing. Um, it was on prophecy. It was pretty good. It was
Oh,
really good. I mean, this lady is right going right down the same alley that I'm going down. Like I said,
right.
Donna, Donna, you got to have two fish and two loaves of bread to be able to multiply. God's got to have something to start with. So, and then I was giggling because I thought, don't throw away your all of your jars because you might need to store something in them, and don't throw away the old toilet paper rolls and because they make good fire starters. And you know what? I could look like a hoarder.
Yeah.
It's like the hoarders knew before we knew it
Yeah.
was coming.
Yeah. Except the hoarders go to the extreme. Like they don't even throw garbage away.
Well, maybe they were planning on burning it. I mean, they,
I don't know.
I don't know, but I think the hoarders had a little secret info there that they decided that, hey, you know what? They needed to start hoarding stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
See, and that's why I hoarded clothes and shoes.
right? Because you know what? I could do some bargaining or some bartering with some shoes or some shirts.
Oh, well, you saw my closet.
You know what? People have to have clothes.
Right.
That's important. So you might be able to trade a sweatsuit for a loaf of bread.
Right.
I mean, you never know what we're gonna,
Right.
what situation we're gonna be in.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I'm not much
Exactly.
of a mender,
Yeah.
so I need all my clothes. So if they get a hole in them, I can. Oh my gosh! Would you listen? We're sounding like the Great Depression, but it could be clothes for
Right.
3 months. For 3 months.
Right.
You know, I was in this channel listening today, and the whole chat was all grouchy about these tariffs, and they were getting all mad. And I thought, we haven't. It looks like it's turning around, but when did you hear about the fake news thing this morning? It was a riot. So the stock market has started to go down because of the tariffs, right? So this fake news thing came in and said, Trump has decided not to do the tariffs. He's holding back. And the stock market started going back up again. And then they came out and they said, that was fake news. No, we are really going to do the tariffs. And it started going back down again. Yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, come
That's
on.
why I don't ride that roller coaster. Hi,
Hi,
Cam.
KMM. Hi, KMM. I know you're all right. Better late than never. That's what I always say. You know what? I'd rather see you here late than not see you at all.
Right.
You guys came in a little bit late. You might have heard what was the most beautiful thing that happened to you today? I don't know if you guys heard what our answers were or not, but tell me, Donna, what was the most beautiful thing that happened to you today? And Cam, ma'am, what was the most beautiful thing that happened to you today? And then we can do the Jeopardy thing. Dun, na, na, na,
Right.
na, na, dun, dun, na, 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 na.
Oh, speaking of, Jeopardy's on right now.
Look, I'm psychic. I'm telling you.
I just looked over at the TV and it's like Jeopardy.
See? Ask and you will receive. Well, I'm going to tell you the most beautiful thing that happened to me. And Linda said the same thing was I got to open my eyes this morning, see the sun, and get to come on here and spend time with you guys. That's the most beautiful thing that happened to me today.
Yep, God let me wake up.
Yep, God gave me another day.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. Thankful every day I get to wake up.
Yep.
Because this is a great time to be alive, whether you think so or not.
Right.
It's historic.
Well, everything in the last few years have been historic, you know. I mean,
Hey, Wolfie, good to see you.
I have a daughter-in-law that wasn't even born with 9/11. So she asked questions about the early 2000s. And it's like, wow. You know, it was like, so tell me about this 9/11 thing.
Right? See, can you imagine not knowing all that stuff? I mean, when I used to talk to my mom and she'd say, well, we didn't have a bathroom in our house, I used to think, you didn't? How did you survive? How did you not have a bathroom in your house? Everybody has a bathroom. Well, maybe not. Not in those days. I didn't know how they, but I think that it would be fun to live in those days. I could do the shower outside with the garden hose. The guy a couple doors down did during Harvey.
Right.
So, yep, a 5-gallon bucket. That's right. You know what? We can do that. And I can shower with my garden hose like the guy did during Harvey, and when all the fences were down and I got to see more than I wanted to see. Boy, I got to know him real well, and I didn't even know his name.
Right.
And then he said hi. After he was all dressed, I met him at the mailbox. Hi there.
Right.
I know my face turned 15 shades of red, and I was like, I didn't recognize you with your clothes on. I'm sorry. Oh my God, how embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But we could be living in those times sometime.
Oh, I just thought of something. You could use Clyde's laptop or his tablet to do a cooking show.
I have an iPad.
Yeah.
It just has a tendency to kick me off YouTube. But I could. It would be fun, huh? To do a cooking show. Yeah, and we could teach you how to make cookies, Wolfie. Wouldn't that be fun?
Maybe we can do a couple baking or cooking on Mondays.
Yeah.
Since we have Clyde's concerns on Tuesdays and conspiracy theories on Sundays.
Right. Well, that's always okay. You're waiting. Do something like that. We could do something fun.
Wolfie, we're waiting on your address.
Right? So that I can get this package mailed out. And KMM, tell her you're tired of waiting for your hat because I haven't even got it sent off because Wolfie hasn't given me your address.
Right. The email address is right at the bottom of the screen. So.
Yeah.
So do that, please.
Yeah, please, so I can get it sent off. Or you can either do that one, or you can do just Caddy Connie at gmail.com. Whichever is easier for you. I don't care. I just need the address. So I can get KMM stuff sent to her and Royal Apple sent to her. Get this stuff mailed out. Get it going.
Right.
What was it? Move it. Oh, was that Rawhide? What was it?
Move it or lose it?
No, it was get those wagons rolling rawhide.
I don't know.
Well, I'm telling
Right?
you, I'm telling you. And there's so many funny things that are going on. I have more fun sitting in these chat rooms with some of these people that are like, I'm sorry, but these are the end of the world people,
Yeah.
the world is gonna end tomorrow. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know how many times how many years they've been saying that?
They said at the end was 2000.
Well, what was the one with that bug that was going to go into the internet and fry everybody's internet? What was that? Remember that?
I remember it vaguely.
It was the M2 whatever bug, and it was going to blow everybody's internet up. And here we are. Nothing ever happened.
Oh, the 2KY bug?
Yeah, the Y2K bug. That's what it was.
Y2K.
I wonder if it can make wine. Wonder if that's the bug I'm looking for.
I know Alexa doesn't help you cook or anything.
No. But Alexa will turn your lights on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you just go in and say, well, I can't talk to mine right now because I changed my internet password and she doesn't know it. And every time I say her name, she says, you have changed your password. I'm like, well, sorry, I haven't given it to you yet.
Right.
I thought that you were so smart you could figure it out. Guess
Right.
not. Darn, not that smart.
Yeah.
So anyway, look at my nose is, you know what they say is when your nose itches, somebody's thinking about you or somebody's talking about you.
Or you're going to kiss a fool.
Oh, that's that could happen. Well, I don't mean anything by that.
Was that a Freudian slip?
That was just my thank you.
Thank you.
That's my tongue wagging at both ends. It doesn't have yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what Clyde thinks every day. He's kissing a fool.
No, you're not a fool.
Well, after 37 years, you become one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Well, at least at 37 years, you're still calling a fool. Because by the time you reach 40 years, it's just you're an asshole.
well, I think after 50 years, you forget what their name is.
No, it's
Who
possible.
are you again? What was your name? What do you do? I heard a story one time. I got to tell to you. It is funny. My ex-boss's grandmother, her grandmother had dementia, and she had a boyfriend named Red. And she ran outside and called my boss's mother and said, come over quick. There's somebody in my living room. And so she ran over there and she went in the back door and looked in the living room and came back and said, Mom, that's Red. It's in the living room. And she goes, Red? Who's he? She goes, that's the guy you like. And she goes, I don't even know the man. That's what's going to happen after we've been married 50 years. I won't even know who he is. I'll have forgotten it. Dementia will have set in and I'll have a brain like Swiss cheese.
My older son had a neighbor that had dementia, and she would call him all the time saying somebody was in her house and somebody was watching her, and he would go through the whole house and turn the lights on. He knew nobody was in there.
Right.
Just to make her happy, he would go through the whole house.
Wouldn't that be a horrible thing to have? That is my one prayer every night before I go to sleep. Please, dear God, if you're going to take me fast. Don't let me sit here and linger and give me dementia where I don't know anybody anymore, because I don't want to exist like that.
Right.
Oh, KMM, congratulations to you. 39 years.
Wow.
Pin a button on you. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, it was hard because there were times, I mean, thank God for the longest time he was a stay-at-home dad, and then he became a lunch dad, and somehow or another he became a para pro. So now he's a para pro.
Is
And
that
he
a
works with
pro paramedic?
he works with autism and children with um emotional issues, mental issues.
Yeah.
He works with those kind of kids in the elementary school. So from kindergarten to fifth grade.
Well, bless him.
So he'll be there at least one more year because then his youngest son will be out of elementary school. So,
Yeah, that is, that right there is a rewarding field because there's so much of that right now.
mhm.
Autism and kids going the wrong direction and kids.
to look
Oh,
to look at him, you would think he's a cop or
yeah,
an FBI agent.
yeah.
I mean, he's just the way he carries himself, it's always a straight back. Even when he's sitting up, it's a straight back. But that's the one that also does the martial arts too. So
Look what Whoopi said. When my grandma was in early stages, would use Post-it notes. It really looked like staples exploded in her house. Well, Whoopi, my mom is 85 years old and she is very, very independent and she won't tell me anything. And I went over to her house one day and both her eyes were black and she had a big gash on her forehead. And I asked her what happened and she said she fell, but she didn't find it important to call me and tell me that. I was like, don't you, what would happen if you fell and you just couldn't get up?
right.
So we put Alexa all over her house. And I asked her, this is really funny. So I asked her, I said, have you been practicing with your Alexa? And she goes, well, I say Alexis and she never answers me. Well, her name is Alexis.
Right.
So yeah, that's that Post-it note. I had to put Alexa on her refrigerator so she remembered what the thing's name is. So I should, I guess, put one Post-it note in her bedroom too. So if she falls in her bedroom, she'll know what the thing is. I don't know. But I don't want to clip her wings. That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, do you want to clip your mom's wings?
Well, no, but she's clipped a lot of them.
Herself.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one that gave up driving. Nobody had to say, "Look, Mom, it's time you blah 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 blah." But no, she gave up driving herself, and she gave up. Her bedroom is on the second floor, and her washer and dryer is in the basement. So she has to carry her clothes from the second floor to the basement. So, yeah.
Well, you know what? That's really hard for her at her age. Maybe she needs to move downstairs. Yeah, Whoopi, she's okay. She reminds me of Ruth Gordon.
Yeah. Well, we keep telling her it's time to move downstairs and she won't. My dad wouldn't. That's why my son and daughter-in-law and the kids lived at my mom's house for the last year of my dad's life because he insisted on going upstairs and he couldn't go upstairs anymore. So my son had to walk behind him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard. I look in the mirror. every day and think to myself, how the hell did I get this damn old?
I know. I know.
I didn't look like this forever. When did I get this old? What did KMM say? She said, we had to take my mom's car at night so she wouldn't drive. She thought it was stolen. Oh, well, my mom, her car broke down, and we just haven't had it fixed conveniently. So,
Right.
so I say, well, I have to drive Miss Daisy, and I go take her, and we go places, and it gives me time.
Right.
Sam's running a little bit late. He's gonna pop in, but he's out and about, and he said he's on his way home, so he's gonna pop in a little while. Yeah. So she clipped her own. Well, we kind of clipped him delicately,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
want to. And she lives alone. This is what scares me. At least your brother's with your mom.
For all the good it does, he's never home.
Oh well, that's not good.
No.
Mine is my mom's all by herself, and she's only 2 blocks away.
Right.
But she's hard of hearing, so I try to call, and she doesn't answer the phone because she can't hear the phone. And so if I call 3 or 4 times and she don't answer, I've got my shoes on and got keys in hand. I'm going to find out what's going on. And then all of a sudden I'll go, and I know the people 3 houses down are watching the news with her because I can hear it when I get out of the car. And I go up to the door with the key, and she'll look at me like, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, you didn't answer your phone. Why didn't you hear it? Well, how could you over the TV?
Yeah, we were lucky because my dad even gave up driving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, mine would like to get a new car. I'm like, yeah. I said, Mom, if you got a car, then that means we wouldn't get to spend any time together.
Right.
So she goes, no, if I get a new car, then I can just come drive over there and get you. Well, then what?
Right.
Why? Why?
Right.
I can come get you anytime you want to go anywhere.
Hey, I've had my mom Uber over here.
How cute is that?
Well, long story short,
That's cute.
when Ellie Mae was little, she threw up all over me, all that, like equivalent to an 8-ounce bottle.
Oh, wow.
All down my shirt, in my bra, in my pants. It was everywhere. And it's like, Mom, I can't do anything. I'm calling you an Uber. You have to come over and hold her so I can shower and get this off of me. So yeah, she helped. But I had her Uber. And she my brother picked her up on the way home.
That is so funny because my mom doesn't trust strangers, so she probably, if somebody showed up, she'd shut the door in their face.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Wow.
That is young.
That is really young. Can you imagine? And I can, because I would have already been, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, may she rest in peace.
Well, she has, KMM's mom had the best personality in the world. She was like Lucille Ball.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I remember hearing that.
Yep. Really, really cute. She was, they say opposites attract.
Yeah.
So now you know. It's true. You got.
Oh, it's very true. It's very true because let me tell you the difference between my mom and dad. My mom goes to church every Sunday still. My mom gives money to the church and says the rosary every day. And my dad would go to the casino and stay out all night. And he would drink and he swore and oh my gosh. Talk about total opposites.
That's fine. We'll still be here. We'll still be here waiting on you. What did they say? Don't be late, but don't call me late for. It's okay to be late, but don't call me late for dinner.
Right.
It's all good. Um. Well, I'm going to tell you, my mom and dad. My mother was the chaplain of the Tri High Y, which is like the high school equivalent of like
Yeah.
church group, right?
Right.
And my dad was Clint Eastwood. I
Yeah.
mean, to the T. And my mom said, "You're gonna straighten up, and you're gonna go to church with me, and you're gonna be a Sunday school teacher." Well, my dad was a Sunday school teacher, and I told him one time. I said, "Dad, do you really believe that getting baptized gets you to heaven?" And he said, "Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go for sure because I've been baptized 6 times." He did. He was funny. My dad was a diesel mechanic. He was in the Air Force. He was a jet mechanic. And man, I tell you what, he would come and I got to tell you what's really funny. So I'm telling you, my dad really did. I'll show you a picture sometime. My dad really did look like Clint Eastwood. He had the widow's peak, which thank you very much. He gave to me so I could be that Eddie Munster looking person too. But anyway, he had that widow's peak and that one curl that came down, and he would turn around, and if the guys would say, would ask me out, they'd honk outside the house so I'd come outside so they didn't have to see my dad. And my dad would say, "You sit your butt down right there. If they can't come to the door, you're not going." Oh my God. And I'd be sitting there thinking, they don't know to come to the door. They don't know to come to the door. Linda, you're on mute.
After he met them one time, did they still have to come to the door every time?
Yes, every time. And you know what? He made them really feel uncomfortable. I mean, he'd go, "This is my father." He would go, "You want to go let's go in here in the kitchen and let's arm wrestle." And I'm like, "Oh my God, Dad, we gotta go. We gotta go. We don't have time. You don't want to arm wrestle. You don't have to, And here's my dad. He had arms on him like this from turning those bolts on those caterpillars and stuff, that heavy equipment. And they'd go, "Oh no, I'm not going to have to arm wrestle your dad today, am I?" Like, "No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so." I wonder if Clyde ever had to arm wrestle him. I don't think so. I think he was the only one that got away with it.
Wolfie, I'm hungry too.
Yep.
My son just brought me down some General Tao's. Man, is it spicy.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then you had the opposite end of it. My mother was like, she was like the flying nun.
Right.
I mean, she saw the bright side of everything. We one time in our basement, we lived in Wyoming, so you had a full basement downstairs, and they were building a house next door, right? And it started to rain, and when they put the plumbing in next door, they forgot to cap the sewer.
Mm.
So when it rained, it came into our basement, and it came in up through the toilet and out through the sink, and it came in everywhere it could come in, that there was a place for it to come in. And
Wow.
we went downstairs, and I'm telling you guys, it was 2 feet of sewage water.
Wow.
And my mom was down there with her broom trying to get it to go down the drains. And I looked at her and I said, "Oh my God, I think we need to sue these people. They need to rebuild our home." And my mom said, "Oh, but you know what? It was so nice that it happened so that we could tell them to cap it." What? There's no bright side of that. I don't see a bright side of that. Yep.
I'm not seeing a bright side of it either.
My mother saw the bright side of everything.
Yeah, so did my mom.
And everyone, she always saw the bright side of everyone. You know, I mean, it's amazing to me.
There's only one person.
No basements in Texas.
There was only one person my mother ever said that she hated worth a passion.
Hmm.
That was my first husband when I was a teenager.
And she hated him.
She hated him worth a passion. And that's the only person she's ever said that she's hated.
That is funny. Okay, so I dated this one guy, and he was, when you're younger, how you always want to go with the bad boys. Oh, I want to go with him. He's so cool. Yeah. Anyway, this guy, to make a long story short, got kicked out of even the military twice. So anyway, I went to the movies with one of my friends, and we came in, and it was a drive-in movie, by the way, and we got home early, and I came bouncing in the house, and my dad was sitting up in his chair, and we had a bi-level home, so there was he had his chair, and then there was a railing, and you could look down and see the door, and I popped in. I said, "Surprise, I'm home early." And he goes, "Surprise, your drunken boyfriend is over here passed out on the couch." And I was like, "Oh my God, what is he doing here?" You thought I was going to say Jimmy Carter. My dad's name was Jimmy too. James. But anyway, so he goes, "Your drunken boyfriend's over here on the couch. He's all passed out." And I came upstairs. I looked, and there he was, one arm hanging off the couch, all kicked back. I said, "Oh my God, what is he doing here?" And my mom said, "I don't know, but he won't drink coffee when I give it to him." So when he went home the next day, my dad said, "Little girl, you're going to come in here and have a seat, and we're going to talk. Don't you dare think you're going to get too serious with that guy, because he reminds me too much of myself."
Yeah, my dad didn't like my first husband either because he was just like him.
Well, see, there you go.
Bad boy,
I'm telling you. I had, this guy got kicked out of the service twice. Well, one time he got an honorable discharge when he jumped off a roof trying to get out of the military in the first place. This dude knew exactly how to make money on him. He was lazy. I thought Linda was going to say her mom only ever hated Jimmy Carter.
No. She's just such a person that she looks for the good in.
Uh-oh, you froze up, Linda.
When we were together, he didn't have a winter jacket, so she let me use her credit card to get him a leather jacket for the winter.
See, look how nice that was. My mom just wanted.
That was while we were still dating and together. But after we got married and separated, he almost got her fired from her job.
Really?
Yeah, because he kept calling her work.
For what? Just to talk to her?
Get her in trouble so she'd lose her job. He was an ass.
I guess. No, mine weren't asses. They were just all drunks.
Yeah, he was, what was he, 18? Maybe 19?
Well, Terry, this was what my ex-boyfriend, the one, I just thought he was the coolest thing. And my dad was like, no, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. When I came in one time, he had this big scab on his head. And I said, What happened? What happened to your head? What happened? And he said, oh, the cops picked me up and they hit me with their billy club and threw me in the back seat last night. And my mom said, wow, your skin scabs up really fast.
Oh,
And that was no more true than the man in the moon. It was not true. The cops didn't try to pick him up, even though he might have gotten drunk and disorderly, probably more time. He was one of these guys that thought he was tough. And you know what? He was not tough at all.
your dad sounds like my dad.
Oh, my dad was something else.
But my dad had a good sense of humor too.
My dad did too. He always wanted to tell jokes. And yeah. Oh, yeah. My dad was a lot of fun once you got to know him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It was just when you were taking, he'd say, where are you taking my daughter to? That was that. By the way, Wolfie, my dad was from South Carolina area. Was born in Georgia. He said, where are you taking my daughter to? We just thought we'd drive around town, Dad, not really do much of anything. Well, you could just sit here in the house and do nothing.
Right?
No, we don't want you sitting and listening to us talk.
Yeah.
One time he turned on and off the porch light. I was sitting out talking in the car, and he turned off the porch light. It kept flickering. And
Yeah.
oh my God, the porch light's flickered. My dad's trying to tell me to go inside.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I ignored it.
Bad move.
Bad move, because he came outside and banged on the window. Did you see that light over there blinking off and on? Well, yeah, I saw it.
Why are the windows all steamed up?
Well, we were doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my dad
I
was,
remember drive-ins. Boy, kids nowadays don't have it. I love drive-ins.
Man, I know, right? I loved the drive-in. Everybody hung out at the drive-in. You know, they all got into you could go from car to car and see everybody and see who's dating who.
The first boy I ever went to the drive-in with, I just found out he passed away from cancer just a couple of days ago, about a week ago.
That is so sad.
He was only 64.
That's young. He should have been eating those apricot seeds. By the way, I got some.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And I ate my 3 apricot seeds. Now I know why I don't eat apricots. I mean, they're all right. It's not like, yeah. Well, my boyfriend that I'm talking about, that I've been talking about, I had moved away and already had 2 kids and moved back home to the same town.
Mm-hmm.
And I was managing at a Walmart Vision Center, and they put you, it was like Shakey's Pizza. The lab was right out front so that people could come up and look in the window while you were cutting and edging and doing all this stuff. And I looked out the window, and there he was, and his wife was an Amazon woman. And I ducked down behind the counter, and I was looking up, and I know he saw me, but anyway, he was looking. The girl that was edging looked down and was talking to me, and I said, tell me when that person on and his kids and his wife get off of lane 8 and go out the door, and then I'll get up.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, well, he's gone. And I got up and walked around the corner, and he was standing right there waiting for me. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Are you married? Well, you are. What does it matter whether I am?
Right.
You got a gaggle of kids. Just you and all your little ducklings are following behind.
Right.
But yeah, wrote me a letter and sent me flowers to work, and I was like, no, go away, go away.
Right.
And then later they had to cut his arm off, or he got his arm cut off or something, and he was carrying or transporting ice or something, and ended up somehow getting his arm chopped off.
He probably got frostbite.
I don't know what happened.
Carrying ice.
I don't know what happened to him, but this was a man that knew how to make money, so he lost his appendage so that he could be disabled. I mean, this is this guy. This is his guy. And then, I mean, he lied so much, I didn't know what was right and what was wrong. And when he turned around and said, they called me up and they said, Terry passed away. I said, yeah, sure he did. Did he tell you that? I mean, I couldn't believe that he even died. I thought he was lying about that too.
Right.
But yeah, I guess he really did.
Wow.
In real life, I guess.
Wow.
We're gonna go a little longer tonight, Linda. Let's make some hours.
Yeah, we could go a little longer tonight.
What?
I said just keep it down over there.
What do you mean keep it down over here? Yeah, it was interesting. Think about all the people you dated. Which is the one that really sticks out to you?
The one guy that came over to see me, and we got an ice storm, so he had to spend the night, and he didn't leave for 2 months.
He lived with you for 2 months?
Yeah, he wouldn't leave.
Oh my! And your mom and dad, your dad was okay with that?
No. No.
And did you just like him so much it was okay?
No, my brother finally kicked him out. Because he's like, do you want this asshole here? And I'm like, no. I want him to leave. And he won't leave.
We went on a date and he never went home. That's what happened.
Yeah. So my brother's like, you got to go because she's just not feeling it.
And don't bother calling back because she's not going to want to go on a date either.
Funny, his name was Jim too.
Was it really? That was my dad's name. That was my dad's name. That's funny. That's funny.
Yep.
Everybody knows about those first dates when they call you up and they go, would you like to go? Would you like to go on a date? And you're like, sure.
And nowadays it's just, hey, you want to hang out?
Yeah, you just want to hang out.
Maybe get something to eat.
Oh, well, that's nice. They tell me, hey, you want to go to the movies? Sure. You go to the movies. And you're there the whole time and you're fidgeting. And I always hated it when they said, do you want to go to dinner? Because I never could eat in front of anybody.
Really?
On a date? Oh, heck no. I would eat like a bird and take all of it home and then just pour it down after I got home. Well, you know what? Do you remember? I don't know. Maybe this was just me, but you remember going to the grocery store with your mom and you're pushing the cart and the cart is overflowing and you run into one of your friends and your face turns red because you're like, I really am not this big of a pig.
Right.
I don't want him to think that I eat this much. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that was back in the day when we worried about everything.
Yeah.
We were worried about what people thought and
right.
I mean, you spent like half the day getting ready to go on a date.
Right.
And then they see you the next day in your driveway washing the car, your hair standing out to ears.
Yeah, I remember I would go home for school, take a shower, put my hair in curlers, put my makeup on, get dressed and everything. And it was from the time I got out of school till about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. for me to get ready.
See? Man, that's back in the day. Now they just take a shower, let their hair drip dry, walk out the door and say, hey, here I am. And everybody's all happy with it.
Right.
You know, when the pants that had the holes in them
Yeah.
was so popular, my mom goes, no, I don't want any of those pants that are so popular now. They look like they've already been wore out.
Right.
Patch them, Mom. Put a patch on them like you used to do us.
Yeah. Well, hello.
Well, hello.
What's up?
We're talking about our first dates and how much fun that was.
I know. I was listening in the truck. I was like, man, these dames got me coming on this. And you were talking about first dates. You don't want to know about my first date in a truck at a drive-in. Oh my god!
I think we can figure it out.
I even remember the movie. It was Blazing Saddles.
Oh my god, I like that movie. Hey Norm, it's good to see you.
What's up, Linda?
Hey.
The big what was that? What was it? The big oh my
Lebowski?
god. There you go. We were reading my mind.
That's what I do.
You know what? I'm telling you, that was back in the day when movies were good.
Yeah.
You know? Now look at them. I don't
They
get
just
it.
damn plain suck.
And they just, you know what, you go in there and you're like, speaking of, I want to thank you for turning me on to, what was it? Love Beyond the Spectrum.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
seen your-
Binge watched it.
Yeah, I did too. And it sucks when it ends because there's no, they do have other seasons, but they're just not as good. And they kind of exploit the guys that couldn't get a date. I don't know. It's just, it gets different than the first season.
Like James.
Yeah. Like James. Yeah.
Or James.
I know, man.
My favorite couple was Abby and Dave.
Yeah.
They were cool.
Did you see the, they have one that's like on the East Coast and one on the West Coast, I think, or something like that. There's two of them here and one in like Australia or England. But I like the one old guy with the big mustache, and he's got that little Mexican girl that takes care of him. Oh yeah, yes, I think so. He's just so cute, man.
And when he goes, well, how did it go? How did your date go? Well, she was just a little too aggressive for me.
Oh yeah, because even on that one date with that crazy, I haven't watched it in like 2 years, but yeah, that is funny, man.
She wanted to hold his hand, and she was from Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wanted to hold his hand, and she kept touching his face and telling him how cute he was, and he was like, and then she kissed him, didn't she? That's when he went.
Yeah, she sure did.
And then that one guy that got his first kiss, and it was like his eyes lit up, and he went, well, that wasn't so bad.
Right.
And that little girl was going, it's okay, breathe. It's okay. I loved it. What is your favorite movie, Linda?
My favorite movie,
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments.
Is it really?
That is a great movie, man.
That is a good movie.
I'm not just saying that as a Christian. I just a great movie.
Yeah.
It was a really good Ben
I still watch it every Easter.
That was good. And Passion of the Christ was good too. Yeah, that was really good too. I like that. And I like Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Dirty Dancing and Grease.
Dirty Dancing in Grease. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, Grease was good.
Those
And
are the
then-
only movies that I can watch again because usually once I see a movie, I don't want to see it again.
Oh yeah, yep, yep.
You know, I'm not that person that watches the same movie hundreds of times. I'm not that person.
Okay, I have watched The Jerk.
Oh,
I can't tell you how many times I've watched The Jerk.
I've watched it 1,000 times, but I haven't watched it since probably 1987, 1988.
I love it.
But I
I,
bet you I've seen it 1,000 times.
No,
Go ahead.
I will do that. I will watch a movie like from the 80s or 70s that I saw way back then.
yeah.
You know what movie I want to find and I cannot find it anywhere on any platform anywhere is it was just on the tip of my tongue.
Let me see. I'll read it. I'll read it to you. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a great movie.
Good one.
Billy Jack.
Billy
Oh
Jack.
yeah.
I've never seen Billy Jack.
Oh,
There you go. You know when you do that, who you remind me of?
Hmm.
And don't take this as an insult because it's not.
Never.
But remember that guy that played Caveman? Remember Caveman when he came out, he was frozen? And Pauly Shore? They
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was his name?
Was it Brendan Fraser? No.
yeah, it was.
Was it Brendan Fraser? Yeah.
Yeah. Every time you do that, your hair stands on. I'm like, oh, he looks like that guy.
Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
I love that show. That was one of my favorite shows too. That was funny. I like Pauly Shore, and I like just about anything that Adam Sandler does. He could do just about anything.
Yeah, I like Adam Sandler.
Yeah. He's the bomb. The bomb.
Yeah, he
My
is.
chair broke.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucked.
That's all right.
Well, you'll have to get a GoFundMe for
Zero
like
Man.
you got for your glasses.
Remember
Yeah.
Encino Man?
I'll just go sad fish for Encino Man.
Okay, you know what? When you said that today, and you said everybody thinks I'm a grifter, and I put on there, no, you're not a grifter, you're a gifter. 'Cause
Oh, did you?
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
said,
missed
you're not
it.
a grifter, you're a gifter. Look what all the blessings you give us. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I was there that night when all that took place. with
Yeah,
all
it was
y'all.
crazy. I didn't see it until I
saw
talked to James afterwards. He's like, bro, you're going to have to go watch the live chat. I was like, why? He's like, Linda went crazy. I was like, really?
it was
I literally talk to her every day except for on my family day.
well, and you know what? With everything that have going on right now, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well-
and she was trying to give me more money.
Well, it's a good thing you did because you was adding it up. You would've had to get hard.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's not it. That's not the reason why you can't start. I don't know what's going on. She's like, no, you have a free account. That's the only reason why. I was like, no, I don't.
No,
I pay every month.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Well, and the only way to have something like that, because I'm learning OBS. My daughter is like whiz kid when it comes to all of that. All of that. And she came over here and she set it all up for me. And she had it on my stream, on my deck, and all I'd do is push a button. Yeah, well, guess what? I flubbed all that up. And it was like I couldn't get it to go. And I said, that's it. I'm canceling it and redoing it to StreamYard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is. But she said it's not once you get used to it. But the thing is, you can do, I told you about Ninja, but you can do it through Discord.
Right.
So you do it through Discord, and then you can have a producer behind on OBS, but you can have one on StreamYard.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, off that subject. So when she was getting all mad and everything, and she said, "Well, he hasn't answered my email," and I thought, "You're mad about that? I've sent Sam I don't know how many emails, and he never answers me."
I read them.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's that.
No, I mean, if there's a question, I answer it. I thought I'm trying to like answer everybody.
No, you answered Linda. You answered Linda. And I thought, well, that's the one that's his go-to. And then when I decided I was going to send you one, you probably thought, what?
What's Linda? What's your email? If you don't want to say it online, you don't have to. I just
part of my real name.
Okay.
Or my last name.
Okay.
And it's at iCloud.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and you would answer her. But then when I sent you one, it was like, so I told Linda, would you send him the email since he answers you on your email and not me?
Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be.
No, you're busy.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm sure you get 100 emails at a time.
Man, if I showed you right now, you would be like, what the F? I have so many emails just from today. Oh my, it's crazy. It's crazy. But they're all like reasonable. It's like no one's not asking for anything, or it's just like suggestions on shows and did you see this over there? Could you cover this? I really need to cover I'm gonna have to cover what's his name? Russell Brand.
Who's that?
Yeah.
He's an English actor.
Yeah, he's an English actor, long hair. He was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He was like
He was
long
married to Katy Perry.
Yeah, he's married to Katy Perry.
See, you guys are all into that kind of stuff, and I'm too busy listening at night to EAMs or whatever, emergency messages alert.
I know, it's just Bravo 6er 9er, Bravo 6er 9er.
Hey, guess what we found out? That what was it, Linda? We were listening to it, and Charlie, what was it?
Oh,
what was
Russell
it?
Brand.
I don't know.
Foxtrot. You know what Foxtrot means?
Yeah.
Fuck that, right?
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
Yeah. I was like really getting into it.
That's Russell Brand.
Okay. He looks familiar. Look, I am sick. Look at him.
He's been on a lot of
That's not the best picture.
He's got the British humor.
Yeah, he's super funny. He's super going to jail for the rest of his life.
Hey, Sam, Whoopi wants to know what she can do to help.
I was gonna try to talk to her tomorrow, and not on the show, but like after the show, and see what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Well, she said you're ignoring her.
Because he ignores me, thinks I'm going mad.
I just sent her a text and an email today.
That's it. You're not emailing fast enough. We're gonna have one of your mods go rogue.
How come I'm so much clearer on your guys's?
Because ours is better.
I am like crystal clear. It's crazy. I watch mine back and I'm just like all fuzzy and greasy and big old head just mobbing around.
You missed our conspiracy night.
No, what do you mean? I was there.
No, we just had one on
Sunday.
Sunday when you were doing Night Yard. We were doing. That's why I was late going in there. That's when I caught it. I caught it when it just started to get heated up in your chat. I was like, whoa, this is getting a little uncomfortable. What is wrong with? And I wanted really bad to say, you know what? Don't air your dirty laundry in somebody's chat. Okay?
Yeah, and it's not. It's like made up, funky. Her paranoia. Hey, babe.
Hi.
What's up?
We're sinners. We're sinners. We left. Dude, it just started, bro.
You guys just left church.
No, it wasn't even church. It was a cult.
It was a
They went
cult.
into their basement with food and tried to sell us financial wellness, okay?
Oh,
Oh, was it like a Dave Ramsey?
It was. Yeah, Dave Ramsey class. But I already know this bitch, and she ain't showing up for 9 weeks in a row. I was like, I'll just talk to
Jesus.
Daddy. If he wants me to have a bed, he'll give me a bed. I ain't suffering. Not 3 months. I'm not waiting 3 months for it.
Yeah,
very true, Wolfie. Very true.
Well, all of YouTube just heard you guys. Yeah. I swear to God. Say hi, ladies.
Hi.
It's Caddy, Connie, and Loudmouth Linda.
Oh my God.
it's all good.
Here comes Ratchet Rachel and Messy Mariana.
She
You know
goes,
what?
here comes Ratchet Rachel and Messy Mariana.
You know what? It's all good because we're having a good night. It's everything's funny tonight.
You can't put up speakers.
I don't know. It was pretty funny.
It was. We're having a good night.
Do you need gas money? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you some. I can't find my wallet still, by the way.
Still?
Yeah, it's got to be here.
I'll look in the car. I'll look under the seats and stuff.
Okay, all right. I love you. All right,
Love you,
bye.
Linda.
Sorry,
has,
guys.
Linda
Sorry,
has it.
Huh?
Linda has it.
Yeah. She's like, nigga, I ain't gonna give you your watch back. You send me my 200.
Oh, look how cute. Norm, it is hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. You're right.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble
Yep.
when you're perfect in it. Man, Mac Davis was the shit, man.
He was. He had it all between him and the one that did the squirrel in the church. What was his name?
If I'm
Oh,
not mistaken, didn't he kill himself?
And did
Mac
the squirrel-
Davis?
Yeah.
Did he
I
really?
think he did. Yeah.
Did? I didn't know that.
Wow, good memory.
Wow. I didn't even know that. Didn't even know he passed away. I'm bad.
Yeah, he passed away. I think he killed himself at a younger age.
Wow.
Yeah. I know
Oh.
I was younger.
Who's the one that sings the streak?
Who what?
Who sings the streak? Oh, yes, they call him the streak.
Look at that. Fastest thing
Oh,
on
look.
2 feet.
Don't look, Ethel. It's too late. She'd already been moved. Who was
Dude.
it? Clyde.
I can't remember. It's the same guy who did
The squirrel went to church.
he's the same guy who did not One-Eyed One-Horn Flying Purple People Eater, but the I just like little green apples. It was the Green Apple song.
No, that was Glenn Campbell. But yeah, you're right, Wolfie. It was Ray Stevens.
Oh, was it Ray? Oh, it was Ray Stevens. Yep.
Yep.
Good.
You know what? Speaking of Glenn Campbell, my mother ditched school. You know, my little flying nun mother that never did anything wrong ditched school one time so she could go see Glenn Campbell practice his guitar in the park, because that's when he was playing for Dick Bill's band. And the girl she ditched school with was his first wife. I said, well, look at that.
Really?
Look at that. You ditched school with her and she ended up marrying him. Yeah. Wow.
It had to be quite an age gap.
No, they were. Look at my mom. My mom's 85.
But I'm talking about if they were kids in school and he was practicing and he was in a band already.
Yeah, there was probably 3 years. My mom was probably a senior in high school or junior in high school. I mean,
I thought he would have been older than that.
No, he was just playing at the Hitchin Post, which was a little hometown bar with Dick Bill's band. So he really wasn't in a band by himself. He was just kind of the add-on, you know. And then, well, of course, then he became somebody famous,
Right.
and then became Tanya Tucker's Soul Love. Remember? I mean, she was like
Who
Tanya Tucker.
was whose soul love?
That was, she loved Glenn Campbell. She said he was my soulmate.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about George Jones? What was his old lady's name again?
Nancy's, oh no, what was her name? It was Georgia. Tammy Wynette.
Tammy Wynette. Boy, he loved her. He loved the shit out of her. He man, he wrote that one song. He's like, her hair was burning out, her eyes were burning out.
Remember?
Because she was married to some other dude, and he was just trying, he couldn't say her name, but
Yep.
yeah.
And then he wrote that he stopped loving her today.
Today.
They put
Have you
it-
seen that? Have you seen that HBO or Showtime special about George Jones and Tammy Wynette?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, you guys have to see it. It's hands down, it's a limited series. It's hands down one of the best series I've ever seen in my entire life.
What's it on?
It's either on Showtime or
Oh, wait a minute. I think I saw part of that because
Yeah.
didn't he go in? She was married to somebody else, and he went in there and
she was married to his old buddy, his producer or road manager or something.
yeah, and then he went in and turned the table upside down and took her with him.
He
That
did that was just one time. The guy who plays George Jones though in the series is the same guy. Do you guys ever watch Boardwalk Empire?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, you guys don't watch TV.
Well, did you see 1923?
Of course.
I
You saw
don't.
the ending?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! You talk about good, because this is when John Dutton was born from Yellowstone.
Yeah, I know. I gotta watch them.
I don't have cable TV, so
Well, I have Roku, but I have
No, but you have like Netflix or something, or you have a streaming stick, right?
I have Netflix and
You have Prime. You gotta have Prime. Everyone's got Prime.
Yeah, I got Prime.
You can see it on Prime.
Okay.
You might have to sign up for Showtime though. I'm gonna find it for you guys right now.
you can see Love. Isn't it Love on a Spectrum is on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
You need to see that. It is so good. I sat there and enjoyed every single one of them. And Clyde came in and he didn't know what I was watching. And it was James. What is this? What are you watching? I said, doesn't he kind of remind you of my cousin? Sorry. That was bad. I'm sorry. Look, my face is even heating up. I'm turning red.
He stopped loving her today.
Oh, I tell you what, between that and the Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn story was pretty good.
Oh man, Conway Twitty. Man, his voice is. Whew.
Well, do you know if Kitty Carlisle, you know who she was, right? Kitty
Mhm.
Carlisle. If Kitty Carlisle would have married Conway Twitty, she would have been Kitty Twitty. Never
If
happened.
Rick Monday would have married Tuesday Wells, she would have been Tuesday Monday.
Can you imagine? Come on, that's funny. That's funny. So, did you watch Trump today?
I did watch him with BB. Yeah, I sure
Yeah,
did.
that was good.
Did you see when they asked him about it? He's like, "Yeah, Iran's in trouble," and he was trying to get him to say something. He's like, "Look, it's all bad for Iran.
Yeah.
It's all bad."
Yeah. He goes, they're in a hell of a mess. And we're going to talk on Saturday.
Yeah,
Are you going to talk on Saturday? Are you going to start something before that? Or are you going to start on Passover? I mean,
Yeah.
that's scary.
yeah.
I mean, it's inevitable. And China is like this. They've got Taiwan They've got Taiwan. They're all the way around it.
No,
I know it.
Passover starts Saturday the 12th.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
does it?
there you go. That's the day he's supposed to talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was telling Linda, I said, I got to thinking about, how we should be prepping and how we should be saving all of our toilet paper rolls in case we have to start a fire. And you could become the American hoarder. What are you doing? I'm saving everything just in case. But anyway, it could be a bargaining tool later.
Oh shit!
I
I just remembered something.
What's that?
I need to get a cord for my other microphone because Mariana and I want to do a podcast together, and I forgot to get it.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit on the couch and just talk.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
What was Clyde's conspiracy this week? He was pretty interesting this week.
Really?
What was I know, right? They say opposites.
Oh my God, you guys.
What?
It was interesting.
He was.
I was like, really?
I know he's all quiet and everything, but what was it? He was talking about gravitation.
Anti-gravity.
Yeah, anti-gravity. How they used to
Yeah. So once they figure out anti-gravity, and that'll be like an energy source, a free. I mean, he knows more about it than I do. I'm just what I remember is that and I think they've already figured it out. They're just not letting it go because of the
shelved it.
car
That's what
company.
they shelved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we were talking about the different shots, how right now when you have a child, they have 32 shots before they're 5. And they're and they want to give them the COVID shot, and they want them to have the flu shot every year. And Linda had said how when her grandbabies were born, they had 2 shots at birth. Didn't you say that?
They had 1 shot at birth, hepatitis B. The baby wasn't even clean.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I think I remember getting maybe 4 shots, 4 or 5 shots.
Yeah.
Fine. Come here for a second.
We used to get the polio stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
First in your mouth. Then you got the chicken pox shot. And you got the mumps, measles, and rubella shot.
Yep.
And you got smallpox. And I believe we got tuberculosis.
TBs. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but they didn't do all that stuff. Give us all those shots when we were little. I don't remember. I got the smallpox shot though.
Hello.
Now look at there. What's up, man?
Not too much.
How you doing?
Good. You guys are making a lot of noise tonight.
Talking about nonsense.
It's good noise. It's good noise.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, brother.
We were talking. When they, I remember when they took my child, and they took his heel, and they took that razor blade. Do you remember that? And they cut his heel. Oh yeah. Yeah, because they were trying to get blood or something. They were trying to get blood or something. I don't know, but they did.
Is there like foreskin on it or something?
No, they did. They took both of my kids. They did that too.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know what that was all about, but it pained me to watch.
Yeah.
That must have been something after I had Eric.
I'm here. I'm just grabbing a cord real quick.
Okay. Yeah, no, they did. They grabbed it. They had their heel and it was to get blood or something. I don't know, but it was horrible as a mother to watch that. And it wasn't a great big one, but it was bad.
Right.
But now they want to give them, the flu. Well, you know what? This is my thing. If they're not exposed to the flu or they're not exposed to anything,
right.
I don't think that's good.
Oh, the vaccine for the RSV now.
What is that?
That's respiratory infection that the babies get, babies and old people get. So now they want a vaccine against that.
Well, pretty soon they'll have a vaccine against everything, and we won't have to worry about it.
Well, yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I was going to say pretty soon you'll be vaccinated against everything.
Yeah, and then what? Because the COVID shot didn't work. Everybody I know that got the COVID shot still got COVID.
Yep.
In fact, we were laughing about it the other day and said, the ones that got the shot seem to be the ones that keep getting
Yep.
COVID over and over.
And the ones that got the shots are the ones mostly died.
It's scary.
That's
telling
crazy.
you. It is. It's scary. Yeah.
See, I was lucky though because I have asthma, and that was the lowest group on the totem pole. That
Hey, my other's keeper.
hi, my other's keeper.
You got the COVID shot 5 times? Oh my gosh. Well, I got it once.
Bless your heart.
Right. Bless you, because I'm telling you, I got it once.
Hey, James.
James. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot.
James
Yeah.
Collins is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't see the chat.
No, I was on full screen.
Oh, taking a good look at yourself, are we?
No, I was taking a break. If I see the chat, I feel like I'm at work.
Oh, I get it. Yep. No. Yep. He's here. So is
My
my
other
other
keeper
keeper
and James.
Yep.
And Wolfie.
And Wolfie and KMM and Norminski, and I saw Royal Apple for a minute.
Check.
Yes,
1,
so
2.
did I.
And I don't know. I mean, those are the ones that have talked.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so
Check.
you won't have to worry about growing antibodies because you'll have a vaccination for it instead. We can hear you.
No, I know. I'm trying to.
Echo.
Sorry.
That was what Linda was doing earlier.
I'm trying to.
Can you hear me from back here?
I'm trying to get I'm trying to do it so I can use my headphones when I'm going live, and I figured I would try to figure it out with you guys since we're live.
You know what, Wolfie?
Wolfie.
They do have a vaccine for to eliminate that. It's
They got quite
called
a few of them.
Ozempic.
Check.
They got
One,
Ozempic,
two,
they got Zepbound,
check.
they got Monjaro,
Check.
they got
1, 2, 3.
Metformin.
Check.
They have the GPL stuff now. They got all kinds of stuff, but you just can't get it unless you have diabetes.
Yeah, now isn't that funny how they want to give the lose the weight,
Check.
get rid of the fat to the diabetic people?
You would think.
Well, and I worry about that too. So Ozempic has
Right.
got to have some kind of insulin in it, right?
Yeah, they say that Ozempic is the worst one on your body.
Well, there you go. Well, if you're pre-diabetic, then you can go get a Ozempic, the shots,
Yep.
and you'll lose all kinds of
Yep.
weight.
Check.
You can get, I would go with Zepbound. That's the one that I found that I would probably prefer to get. But if you're pre-diabetic, yeah, you can probably get it.
I think
Depending
I'm
on your
opposite.
insurance. Depending on your insurance.
I think I'm hypoglycemic because all I want is cookies and cakes and
Check. Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I want and every time you talk about Peep Sam, I think about my daughter because at Easter she's like, "Yay, it's peep time." And I'm like, Oh.
Oh, really?
She had a contest. Whoever ate the most Peeps got a prize.
I mean, I smash Peeps, man. I do.
You're Clyde over here laughing.
Yeah. Now that I have my headphones, I heard him go, "Oh God!" With the headphones, I can hear everything. It's crazy.
I had some of those too. I had them on Sunday night because we were echoing.
Yeah, but I can't hear myself, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hear myself.
I have diabetes and a whole alphabet after my name. None of those letters combos at PhD. Wow. Wow, that's not good. Well, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that if I took one of the diabetic medicines to lose weight, well, see, she's on Ozempic. My mother's keeper's on Ozempic, and did it help you? Is it helping you lose weight? Microwave Peeps.
My
Look
brother used to do that and watch him explode. That and
No,
my,
I do it. It's so cool.
Look at it. James Collins wants to make Peep s'mores. That's funny.
Check,
Yeah.
check.
When they had that contest going, I said, please don't make me be in
Sorry,
this
guys.
contest. please don't make me. Now I can eat those Whoppers. those what are the malted milk ball candy eggs? Those,
yeah,
oh,
I like sucking the chocolate off and then letting the
malt.
Whopper part with the malt just
Melt.
like dissolve. Yeah,
Oh my
melt.
God, I thought I was the only one that did that.
No, it's so good.
well, you know what else
So
is good? Is taking a Snicker bar and just eating all the chocolate off around it and then eating the inside by itself.
You're the only one that does that. You're the only one that
No,
does
they
that.
were like, do you still dissect your Snickers when you eat it? Yeah.
Oh, now I can see the cheesy chizat. Hey, my other keeper. Hey, James Colin Cares. Hey, Woofy. Hey, Normansky.
The Normand.
Oh, Nana24. Nana24's here. Nona24. Hey, how are you doing? I know it's Linda.
Fine.
It's Linda.
I'm doing.
I'm lifing. Life be lifing.
Oh, you know, we didn't ask you.
What's that?
What was the best thing about today for you?
Yeah, what was the most beautiful thing that happened to you today? And then we'll tell you what ours was. Come on.
The most beautiful thing?
Yeah, what was the most
The most
beautiful?
beautiful thing.
I would say exacting revenge on all my enemies.
Oh, look. Oh. Well, my most beautiful
I'm
thing-
kidding. I have no enemies. I exacted no revenge.
No, I
I
can't
don't. You know what? Probably, and I know this is going to sound corny, but probably my daughter woke up in a good mood this morning, and she always calls me to come in there, and I lay down with her, and she like snuggles up with me while I find her favorite YouTube show.
see.
Mhm.
I mean, these little things. Me and Linda had the
That
same-
literally was the most beautiful thing that happened to me today.
the most beautiful thing that happened to me. I told Linda was I woke up. I saw the sun shining.
Got out of bed.
God gave me
Been
another
home
day.
about 5
God
minutes.
gave me another
Yep.
day so I could come spend it with y'all. My
Yeah.
favorite part of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, everything's a blessing, and especially every day I get to wake up.
Could you guys
Oh,
hear that?
Yeah. Look at that. That reminds me of those whistles we used to have growing up. Yep, those slide whistles.
Yeah.
Look at everything blooming. Absolutely beautiful. And it is, you know, we've got a peach tree. Speaking of Sam,
Millions of peaches for free.
guess what I learned? Peach seeds have B17.
Oh yeah, no, I already knew that.
Okay, well, I'm eating them now.
Peach or apricot?
Apricot seeds, sorry.
I knew what she meant. I knew what you meant.
And I'm eating them now. 3 days.
How do you just chew them up, or you cut them up, or
you can get them on
shave 'em?
Amazon, and they've already dried them out and everything, and 410 servings for like $12, and eating 3 a day. So if there's anything growing on, it'll go away.
When you're a kid, if you don't swallow the seeds,
I know.
an apple tree will grow in your belly.
The watermelon was the best one.
Yeah, watermelons are the best one. Yeah.
Right?
I got even with my mom when I was pregnant with my oldest son. I was only 18.
Mhm.
And I said, I ate a watermelon seed, Mama.
That's funny.
That is funny. I like
Yeah.
that. Wow. Well, I decided that
Check.
I know why I don't like apricots now. Because those seeds are a little bitter. I mean, they're not bad. They're just a little bitter. But did you know that apple seeds have cyanide in them?
Yes.
I did know that. Yes, I did.
And they say apple seeds have B17 in them too. So I guess you'll
why?
just shrink whatever and then kill yourself in the process.
Right?
You'd have to eat
I think it would take a whole hell of a lot.
of apple seeds.
Yeah, it would have to.
Yeah. You know what, Mother's Keeper? Yeah, I think that peach seeds also have cyanide in them. Isn't that weird?
Super weird.
Yeah. We have a peach tree outside and they got the little peaches on them and they're little tiny tots right now. And it's just so cool to watch them.
Oh, you know, I went to buy it at Home Depot the other day.
Check.
Cherry pits have toxins too.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw that. The other day I went to buy a plum tree. So I got a plum tree.
You did?
Yeah.
Like a real plum tree?
Yeah.
At Home Depot. No, I'm sorry. That was at Kroger.
I want to say my mom had a plum tree when I was a kid in the house.
Wow. Look, James Collins grew watermelons and his seeds were over 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is a big watermelon. Wow. Seeds from certain fruits and plants include apples, apricots, cherries, peaches, plums, and bitter almonds contain a compound called, which can also release cyanide. Well, you know what, my Mother's Keeper? I'm eating apricot seeds 3 a day so that if anything's growing in me, it'll shrink.
Right.
Because they say it'll help you if you have cancer. I mean, not that I think I have cancer, but
Sorry, guys.
I thought that was me for a minute.
No, I'm trying to.
Oh my gosh! Listen, you sound like you're talking from a tank.
I know it's. Hard. I think I got it figured out. I'll stop messing with it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking advantage of you. I was just taking advantage of the situation that I could play with it. Right, I don't have to entertain.
Well, I got news for you. I tried to take advantage of OBS too. I can tell you
Did you go live with it?
No.
Oh man,
No,
you should go live.
because neither of our microphones would work. My speakers, I couldn't hear her. Some reason or another, it just wasn't connecting. And then we tried this and tried that, and we both rebooted computers. And yeah, we still couldn't hear each other. Or she could hear me, but I couldn't hear her.
It's a trip. It's a trip.
Well, then what was funny is we decided to cancel it and
Hey,
go
Wolfie.
to StreamYard, right? So we go
Uh-huh.
into StreamYard and it says, turn off whatever's running in the background that's taking over your camera. And I'm like,
Damn.
I already turned it off. So we had to reboot, and it was like, and my daughter said, I'm going to make sure you know how to do that next time. Yeah, please do that before I go 5 minutes on a live, right?
Wolfie says that I'm killing her dogs. I'm sorry, Wolfie. And she also says, I do fit perfectly in my mural. Yeah, and I didn't plan that. I just, because you guys had backgrounds, I decided just to pick one of my old, it's from my legal channel.
Well, it looks good. It's
Yeah, it looks
perfect.
cool. Yeah, it looks super. And my hair sometimes is like that if I let it. It is.
We were-
Yikes. Yikes. Yikes.
talking about when my daughter was like, okay, so she had to been about 16, 17. I came home from work and here she came out of the room. She goes, she was in the back room. She goes, stay there. I want to show you my new style. This is the way I'm going to dress from now on. And I thought, oh God,
Who said that?
my daughter. And so I came around the corner and she opened up the door and here she came. And I said, it's already been done. Cyndi Lauper looked just like that.
Oh, she had a Cyndi Lauper look. That's
Oh
cool.
man, I tell you, she had her jean skirt on and her shorts underneath it, and her hair all puffed up with all these ribbons. I said, "It's already been done."
And Madonna.
Yeah, and Madonna. Yeah, because I always loved Cyndi Lauper, and she likes Lena Ford too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she likes to sing Lena Ford.
I dated this girl. Her last name was Dana. I can't remember her first name though. Her last name was Dana, and she dressed like Madonna. You know, like in the Desperately Seeking Susan days. She
Right,
dressed like that,
right.
and I was so in love with her. And we went to a party. She was at the beauty school next to where I was working, and so we would, smoke cigarettes and talk.
Uh-huh.
And our first date, we it was pretty hot and heavy, but I could tell like things. I was from LA. This was in Michigan. I was just staying with my dad for a couple months, and I could tell she had never been with like how should I say it? Someone like more experienced,
Right.
She's just been with like Michigan guys, Not that I know a lot of great Michigan guys.
No.
Yeah, yeah. But we were like, I think she was a year older than me, and I think I was 19. She was 20 or 21. No, she was 21 because she could buy alcohol, and yeah, she was like shaking. I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, No one's ever done that. I was like, what? You're like 21. What the hell? But she was literally just shaking. I was like, hey, I'm gonna stop. Because she's like, no, don't stop. I was like, you're like shivering, shaking.
Don't stop. Yeah,
she's like, don't stop.
It hurts so good.
Yeah. But I'll never forget her. And then for some reason, she started hating me. I don't know what I did, but yeah, I went to her house and her mom's like, she's not here. I was like, I know she's here. Her car's here. And she's like, well, she doesn't want to talk to you. I'm like, okay. I never found out what happened. Man, what was her first name? I'll stalk her right now on Facebook. I promise. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, that's funny. Look at James.
That is funny.
Look at the hand in Sam's background holding the camera's missing a finger.
I got 3 fingers.
It's AI, man. AI don't get it right all the time.
They don't know.
I did a tattoo on this guy's side of the Statue of Liberty with like an AR,
Uh-huh.
and we were all standing there and I don't know what we were doing, but we all had our shirts off. But it was, it was hot, whatever it was. And his brother's like, he's looking at him. He's like, hey man, come here. His name was Jared Alvord. And he's like, hey man, come here. And he's like, man, the hand on that gun's got like 6 fingers. And I was like, what? And I did it like a month earlier and went over there and counted. Sure enough, there was like 5 fingers and a thumb. And then after that, you could totally see it. After we realized it, you couldn't not see it. You know, yeah.
One of those things.
But yeah,
see.
I could probably get him on the show to talk about that. Yeah.
Remember that?
Or did you fix it?
No, no, never fixed it.
Still walking around 6 fingers.
Yeah, still walking around 6 fingers. I mean, he's probably had it fixed. His brother tattoos and I tattoo and
That's funny though.
yeah.
That's all right. He was blessed with an extra finger.
Yeah, well, he got this guy's finger.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right. That's where that other finger is. Good night, Wolfie. We'll
Good
see
night,
you tomorrow.
Wolfie.
Wolfie, don't go.
I know. She's like,
All right. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
in the morning.
Same mayhem time, same mayhem place.
Right. And I got to drive Miss Daisy at 11 o'clock. So I'll have to catch part of the replay. Driving Miss
Alrighty.
Daisy. Well, Miss Daisy needs to go to the grocery store. That's my 85-year-old mom. You just got to go to the grocery store. And I told her, I said, you really don't have to go if you don't want to. I know exactly what you're going to get. 5 things of Cheerios in the little packages, the little thing of milk, 5 bananas. And I was baking cookies for her, but I haven't been. So she'll get her little thing of cookies.
Funny how we know them, huh?
Yeah.
Right? It's funny. And then she'll go, I might splurge today and get myself one of those little DiGiorno pizzas. And I'm like, what are you eating at night?
Those are good. Those DiGiornos are good.
But what is she eating at night? Because I never
Who?
hear my mom. If that's all she's getting every day, she's not.
Oh,
eating
I see. Yeah, what is she eating at night?
She's
Maybe
eating
not anything for real.
her Cheerios.
Yeah,
Or-
that's what I on my way in to click the link. I just grabbed a handful of sugar crisp. The
Oh, I love sugar crisps.
sugar smacks. Sugar smacks.
Yeah.
Grabbed a handful of sugar smacks, popped them in, and bam, I'm live. No dinner, I'm live.
Yep, there you go. Sugar Bear. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Sugar Bear.
gotta get me lettuce bit the sugar crisp.
I used to call that was my daughter's nickname.
Sugar
Bear.
crisp? Oh, Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear. That's what I used to call her all the time. Then she said, quit calling me that in front of people.
Yeah, I mean it's almost a stripper name, or it's a pimp name at least.
It is.
Sugar Bear. Yeah, this is my pimp, Sugar Bear.
Wasn't that what that one guy's name was in the mod?
At least better to be the pimp than the.
Was it Sugar Bear in the mod squad?
Was his name Sugar Bear? I love Mod Squad.
Wasn't he?
Yes.
What,
There wasn't, no, Sugar Bear was the informant.
in the informant, not on Mod Squad, but Starsky and Hutch.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. Starsky
Yeah.
and Hutch.
Yeah, you're right. He was the informant on Starsky and Hutch.
Yep. See, there you go. There you go. Going back.
You watch those shows now. I used to not be able to. I couldn't wait till the next episode of Starsky and Hutch, or like Dukes of Hazzard. All those shows.
Oh,
You
it was
try-
Huggy Bear.
You try to watch them now. Huggy Bear.
It was Huggy Bear.
Yeah, it was Huggy Bear. James Collins in for the save. You can't watch them. They're just not. I don't know. They're just not good. Like compared to the writing today, like on that show Gemstones. Have you watched that show yet? No.
No.
Oh my Gemstones. Oh, it's amazing.
Good.
It's amazing. It's the best written TV series I've ever seen in my life. Hands
What's it
down.
on?
It's on what are we watching it on? It's on HBO.
Have you
for
seen-
sure.
Have you seen
HBO
Lioness?
or Max, whatever it's called.
Have
Huh?
you seen Lioness yet?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, that's another good one. For special ops, man, that's a good show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Have you seen The Americans? No, I'm serious. It's a real show. It's with Carrie Russell. Her and her husband, they're Russians, but they're here in America, like in a sleeper cell, and so they send them out. They're Russian spies, but they send them out on missions to get other Americans to turn on the country, and it's called The Americans, but they're just here impersonating. It's like during the Cold War. That's another amazing show, and I don't know what that's on. I haven't seen it in a long time.
What is that on? We watched what was the one that was during the 20s that it was a series and we were watching it, like Royal Apple. Sam, she's saying hello to you.
Hey, Royal Apple.
What is the one that, and it was
Hello.
Megan,
The what?
something Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
That was good.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
I loved that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to get started, but once you get through the first and second episode, you're hooked. You're hooked.
Yeah, it was. It was really.
By order of the Peaky Blinders, that's who. It's a great show.
It was. I loved that one. And then we just finished watching. It was a trip. It was like taken in the medieval times. It was more like Dungeons and Dragons is what it was.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Landman with the
I love Landman.
Yeah, yeah. Whew.
I'm telling you, when he went in there and he said, "Just cut it off."
Yeah, his finger, when he hurt his finger down out at the rig. Did Clyde ever roughneck?
No,
No?
he's an optician.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, he's an optician, but he did work in a lumber yard one time. He said that was his favorite job.
Yeah.
No, he said anybody that falls into optics is stuck for life. It's the truth.
I had it doing my face for a second. That was weird. It took away my face, and my face was the thing behind me.
Yep, look.
That was pretty cool. No, I went like this, and now it won't do it. Gosh.
No, it's like Linda was trying to said every time I move, it's eating my hat.
Here we go.
Yeah, it is. It's eating my hat. Thank you.
Yeah,
Rachel.
it really is.
It's eating
If you
my
a green screen will take care of that. I have like 4 green screens that I never use.
I have a green screen, but where I'm positioned, I can't put it behind me.
Yeah. I have one that attaches to the back of your chair, and it's like a big circle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you just slip it down on your chair.
Wow.
James Collins.
What? He's
missing the
I went
morning.
with my buddy who's newly sober. Oh yeah, you told me about that. I mean, you didn't tell me you were gonna skate out on the show, but yeah, that's cool, man.
That's awesome.
Have a blast and just keep giving that dude as many positive. You will. I didn't even have to tell James Collins cares that.
All
I was
right.
about to tell him that. Make sure you give him lots of positive affirmation, dude. James Collins cares is the one who tells me how to encourages me to be positive and
Right.
You know what I've been watching him in his fables. It's
yeah,
actually cool.
yeah. He's what a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Good human being.
He is. Yes.
Yeah.
So lucky, man. I'm so lucky to have him in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to start crying right now.
Should probably
Well, and you know who else was? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Linda.
She wants to call it.
at night.
Oh, okay. Wait, real quick. You
Go
know
on.
who else was really, really good? A really good dude was Alan Ballantyne.
I thought you were gonna say Brett Miller. I seriously thought she was just to joke around, but
No, Alan Ballantyne was really super cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, is that Alan Tommy's friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does seem like a good dude too. I would love to have a chat with that dude.
Yeah, he is really cool. James, do you remember Alan Ballantyne?
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah, I mean those guys were stellar.
I mean, oh wait, no, James kind of came in when Tommy hooked up with Atwood.
Oh, so
That's how James discovered Tommy was through Sean Atwood. James was a mod for Atwood.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until like I don't know, a month ago now.
Wow.
All righty, well, ladies.
Well, it has been a pleasure, Sammy.
been a
Oh,
pleasure.
as always.
Sorry I was late. I didn't know. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to make it at all. But yeah, I'm going to go look for my wallet now. It's been missing, and I just put a $100 bill in there that one of my customers tipped me. I put the $100 bill in it, and then I drove home, and I just don't know where it's at now.
Linda took it.
Did
This
you
was on Friday night. I'm
Did
sorry.
you
Go
check
ahead.
all your pants?
I no, I haven't.
That's
Check
probably
it
where
out.
it's at.
I checked the pants. I thought I was wearing that. I had my customer send me a picture of what I was wearing doing the tattoo. I did because I couldn't remember what I was wearing. And yeah, she sent it to me earlier today.
I'll bet you that's where it's at.
Yeah, look, she sent me this picture. Oh, it's hard to. I just can't really tell what the.
I
green
see
screen-
her. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of see it, but yeah. And I've checked those shorts that are.
And no bueno por nada.
See if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shorts on.
Yeah, it's shorts on and that black Nike jacket that I never wear. And
Maybe it's in that.
I checked that right away. So I think I left it. I don't know. I went to the storage unit to clean out my truck. That's why I was at the storage unit because I had so much shit in my truck. So I just put it all in the storage unit.
Okay, are you one of these that pop it in the glove compartment?
I checked. That was the last thing I checked before I came in to do the live. Was
Yeah,
the
'cause
glove
it's like-
department. I stuff it in my door a lot, and so it might have fallen out of my door.
Or fell underneath the seat?
I checked under the seat, but you know what I mean. I always stick it right there in my door, and my door thing is kind of full. You know, like the little bucket. You know,
Yeah.
so it could have fallen out, and someone stole it out of the parking lot here at the house. But
You're gonna find it. It's
yeah,
not stolen.
but the address on the ID is 8 hours away. So if they mail it to, I don't know, man.
You're gonna find it. It's not. It's you've misplaced it someplace. It's still around.
Yeah, I'll find it.
You will.
If not,
I got this feeling inside.
do
I
you?
know. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll run with that.
Yeah, it's around there somewhere. You know what? You know what they say?
What?
You go into the store and you go into a room and you go, oh, you know what? I came in here for something, but I forgot what it was. And you're looking and you're like, oh my God, I can't remember what I'm in here for. And the
Mhm.
thing is going like this.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's funny.
shit,
That's funny.
all right, y'all. It's been a beautiful evening. I thank
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to hit like on your way out the door.
Oh yeah, hit like, subscribe, share if you can. I know sharing's hard because you have to do so much, but
Right.
Caring. Love y'all.
all right,
Don't
love you guys.
Us.
Bye. See you
All right,
tomorrow.
see you tomorrow. Good night. See you